take that. Chair, all right?
Sanchez, coffee, pronto!
Sanchez, coffee, now!
Sanchez! Coffee! Quick as you can.
Eh? Somebody's car?
My dearest Harriet. Huh, that sounds promising. Wonderful news. I will be in Rio.
Morning, Percy. Has the boat... What on earth are you doing?
I was just checking the morning mail.
What for? Postal orders from home or just the mucky bits?
Or letter bombs. It's my duty to ensure the safety of Her Britannic Majesty's Consul General.
Oh, then God help us all, said Tiny Tim.
Look here.
And anyway, it will be soon time to open for business. And you do want to be ready to serve our foreign friends, don't you? They're no friends of mine.
They're no friends of mine.
Ah, dear Percy. You are always such a comfort.
Am I?
Yes. In this ever-changing world of ours, you are always so predictable.
Thank you.
Come in, Annie.
Morning, Harriet. Not much in the mail today, apart from a personal letter for you.
Oh, thank you.
What are you doing?
Choosing the new colour scheme. Matching curtains and carpets.
Oh, the property service people finally came through.
And not before time. We need completely refurbishing.
Yes, you can say that again. Oh, well, when's he arriving?
Oh, the PSA man? Oh, sometime next week. Oh, Lord.
Bad news?
Well, that depends on how you look at it.
At what?
A proposal of marriage.
Eh? Don't keep me in suspense. Who is this man?
An old friend from the distant past. Dear Robert. He must have been all of 6.5 years old when he first asked me to marry him.
Well, better late than never.
Of course, I didn't take it seriously. Still don't.
Why not? What's wrong with him?
Nothing. There was no spark. There never was.
Spark? Well, what are you looking for, a husband or an electrician?
Annie.
I'll go and chase up the coffee.
Oh, what a good idea.
Sanchez, where's my damn coffee?
Senor.
Time too. A mouth like a hyena's hacienda. My God, you've let in another one.
Another what, Capitan?
Major, you idiot. You know damn well what you've let in. Another stray.
Stray? What is a stray?
A stray, scruffy, smelly felino. Do you hear that? The last one that got in here crept into my filing cabinet, he capitulatoed all over J to K, crept out again. Put that damn tray down and help me find it.
No, but
no buts. Here, puss. Put.
Another felino.
Pussy. There's the felino. It's coming from in there. Dig it out and get rid of it.
No! No! Capitan, I know a strangler, a little kitty catty.
Who said anything about strangling it? God's sake, what sort of man do you think I am? We English are known for our love of animals.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Just dig it out and give it a swift kick up the derriero and sling it out on its bleeding mare, right?
What do we know? Like a kick up the derriero, you made the big scratchy.
It's a cat, not a saber-toothed tiger. Latin American wimp. Come here. Pussy. Come here. There. Ah, there you are. Oh, no.
He gave you the big scratchy.
No. Give us a... No. I just don't believe it.
What, the Felino bring his own catty box?
This is no catty box, and that's no Felino.
No Felino. Then what is it? Oh! Es un bebé. Ah, es un bebé.
You found him in the storeroom?
Yes.
Well, it makes a change from under a gooseberry bush.
What I want to know is where it came from.
Well, let's put it this way, Percy. You know what a bird is, and a bee. Well, when the two of them get together...
Annie, you can give the Major his sex education lesson later. What I want to know is what we're going to do with this child. It's obvious he can't stay here.
How do you know it's a he?
Well, how do you think? I peeked.
Well, you have to admit he's a very good-looking little lad. Who's the pretty boy, Rambo?
Rambo?
Well, we've got to call him something, and it does sound appropriate.
Why?
I peeked too.
I don't think we'll have to call him anything because he won't be here much longer. Oh, Carmelita, call the police station for me, will you? Thank you.
You're not going to hand him over to them, surely?
We have no choice, Annie. This is the British consulate, not Dr. Bernardo's.
But the local police, I wouldn't trust them with an abandoned bicycle.
That's not the point. Oh, I'm glad we agree on something, Major.
Well, of course it's the point. I mean, just look at the little lad. Honestly, Harriet, how could you? You don't want your nice Auntie Harriet to turn you over to a big, fat, nasty policeman, do you? Ah, you see?
I think I'm going to be sick.
I think I'll join you. What I want to know is why the parent decided to leave him here.
I thought that was obvious.
Why?
I'll tell you why.
I'll tell you why. Because we British have always been known to be a soft touch. Because we keep open house for any Tom, Dick or Pedro who wishes to emigrate to England, home and beauty, spend the rest of his life living it up on social security.
Yes. Well, whatever the reason.
Well, can you think of a better one?
Possibly.
Such as?
Well, there is a theory, and far be it from me to dispute it, that abandoned babies are invariably left on the doorstep of the guilty party.
Guilty party? Oh, you mean the father?
Well, I didn't mean the district nurse.
It's ridiculous. There aren't any men in this consulate.
Oh, I'll go along with that.
I meant men who could be the father of this child.
Well, how could you be so sure, Major? There's Sanchez.
Sanchez? Doesn't look anything like Sanchez.
Well, I must say I tend to agree with you there. To be honest, I think he looks rather like you.
I'll go along with that. You know, Harriet, he does have a look of Percy about him.
Rubbish.
Now, see for yourself. Same blue eyes, sticky out ears, little dribble down the chin.
Why'd you have your fun? As if I'd have an affaire de cour with a local peasant woman.
What?
I think he's referring to what the locals call El Nuccio. On the other hand, Major, needs must when the devil drives. And when you're a long way from home...
Miss Farrington, may I remind you I went to an English public school where we very soon learned other ways of compensating for the lack of female company.
Yes, well, that's between you and Jones Minor.
I meant cold showers, stamp collecting and fretwork.
Of course, what else? Yes? I see. Well, when will the captain be back? When the cantina closes. No, it's all right. I'll ring him again later. Well, it looks as if we're stuck with the baby for a few more hours.
Well, we'll just have to get one of the staff to look after him. Oh, do you know, just looking at him makes me feel all broody.
There's no use looking at me.
Oh, not that broody.
Luncheon is served.
Good.
Not yours, senor, El Rambo's.
Oh, so you peeked too.
See, and I tell you, his mother must have lifted him up by his chest.
Miss Begley has already made that observation. Now, where did you get that from?
From my sister. She's up to here in little ones. Maybe one day she get a husband too.
Well, who's going to feed him? I mean, I wouldn't know where to start.
That's no big deal. I show you. Okay. Hello there, little one. Up you come. Yes. Come to Papa.
Papa?
Uncle. Now then. Oh, I change you later. I change you after this. Look what's this. Look. He make big wetty nasties.
Oh, God, you really put me off my lunch now. You'll excuse me, Miss Farrington.
Hold on a minute. It's a note.
Well, come on, what does it say?
I don't know, it's all in Spanish.
Yeah. Please send my baby to Inglaterra.
What did I tell you?
I am alone with no money, no husband.
Tough.
And I ask you this because his father is an Englishman and would have wanted it so. No signature.
An Englishman?
That's what she says.
Don't you two start that. I've already told you.
Oh, but you haven't told us what you were doing and with whom about, 10, 11 months ago?
More like 12, I'd say.
Oh, that's easy. I was on leave in the capital, having the time of my... Oh, my God.
What is it?
It was fiesta time. 3 whole days of whining, dining, and carousing.
And you were stoned out of your skull the whole time.
I was paralytic. I can't remember a thing.
Hey, little hombre. Say hello to Papa. Oh, Capitan. Now your luncheon is served.
I'm not hungry.
No, you don't want to try some of my special steak and kidney pie?
I don't know. What's in it?
Ham and eggies.
Ham and eggies. No, I had ham and eggies for breakfast this morning.
Okay.
Sanchez,
See?
what's going to happen to him?
Who?
To the baby when it's handed over to the authorities.
Oh, they take him to the orfanato.
No.
The orphanage. When he grow up, maybe 12, 13, they take him to the army.
Well, 12 or 13 into the army.
See, if he good boy, if he not good boy, they take him to the jungle, make him work in the plantations. That's not so good. Many snakes, much favre. Fever.
My God, what have I done?
Well, we all know what you done, Capitan. The question is,
Yes, well, tell the captain I want to see him the moment he sobers up. I said, nota el capitán. Está hablando por teléfono. Gracias. Oh, you can't be hungry again. Annie Sanchez! Come on, then. Come on. Oh, that was it, was it? Just a little cuddle. I know the feeling.
Miss Farrington. Oh, you're holding the baby.
In more ways than one, apparently.
Getting to you, is he? Well, it's understandable in the circumstances. May I?
Circumstances?
I know you were only joking just now about me being the father, but anything's possible. You both thought he looked like me.
Oh, come on, Major. We don't even know if the mother was telling the truth about the father being English.
But what if she was? Telling the truth, I mean.
You know, you surprise me, Major.
Why?
Well, I would have thought you'd have run a mile than admit to any possibility of parenthood.
Yes, but the fact is, I'm not getting any younger, you know.
Oh, not you, too.
Well, it's true. The fact is, thought of having proved myself
Proved yourself?
by producing a son and heir. The fact is, that's That's very important to a man.
Oh, spare me the macho bit, please.
It's not just that. Fact is that, you know, I'm an only child.
No, but I can believe it.
Well, the fact is... Well, the point is, I happen to be the last in a very long line of Willoughby Gores.
Yes?
When I go, well, it all goes with me.
I see.
I mean, the name, the family, the tradition. Please don't say that every cloud has a silver lining.
Oh, it never entered my head, Major. What exactly are you asking me to do? Smuggle the child out of the country illegally?
Well, it's what the mother wanted.
Don't be ridiculous.
Go on, just once, please.
I'm sorry, Major. It's more than my job's worth. And yours, come to that. Sanchez! Look after the baby, will you?
Don't you worry, kiddo. I'll get you out of this hellhole somehow. Miss Farrington. Listen to me.
Forget it, Major. While I applaud your sentiments, misguided though they may be,
Well, think of the baby.
you make it very difficult for me.
What about me?
You?
You have the whole future of the Willoughby Gores in your hands.
Well, now you've made it very easy for me. Excuse me, but I really am very behind.
Very well. What if I adopt him?
Adopt him?
If necessary, yes.
Be sensible, Major. They would never allow an unmarried foreign national to adopt one of their children.
It's not one of their children, it's my child. Well, half my child.
You don't know that.
Well, then I'll prove it. I'll have a blood test. And if that isn't sufficient for me to get custody of my own child, then I'll do the decent thing.
The decent thing?
I'll get married.
Married? To whom?
Well, think of someone. One of the secretaries, perhaps.
Are you serious?
Why not? It'll only be a marriage in name. Once I've got custody of the... I don't suppose you'd consider...
Don't even think it, Major.
I wasn't asking for myself. I was asking for little Gervais.
Gervais?
Gervais Willoughby Gore. I decided to call him after my late grandfather.
Oh, well, that settles it. Not in a million years.
Well, like I said, it'll only be a marriage of convenience.
What on earth would be convenient about it?
Suit yourself. How selfish can you get?
A telex from the Property Services Agency. Their man arrives on Thursday.
Ah, thank you, Annie. Was there something else, Major?
How would you like to be a mother?
I told you I'm not that brooding.
Rambo's mother.
What?
I think he's asking you to marry him.
Marry him?
Well, what do you say, Annie?
Is he serious?
Deadly. Don't you think you'd better wait until after your blood test?
Blood test? Well, what's he got?
He's got it into his head that he's the father of the child, and he's looking for a marriage of convenience.
Convenience? Well, what would be convenient about it?
I've already said that.
Well, what do you say, Annie?
Well, what can I say, Percy, except that I'm very flattered, very honoured, but above all,
Yes?
utterly nauseated.
Yeah, but Annie...
In fact, not to put too fine a point on it, I would rather shack up with a blue-bottomed monkey.
Does that mean you're turning me down?
Gosh, you catch on quickly, Major.
Very well. But if that child dies an early death in the jungle from galloping berry, I'll know whose fault it is.
What on earth brought all that on?
Who knows? The male menopause, perhaps? The thought that little Who's-It may be his last chance for a son and heir?
But you don't think the child could be Percy's, do you?
Frankly, no. But you know, the Major has a point. God knows what'll happen to him when he's handed over to the authorities.
I've got an idea. Why don't you marry old Watsett, you know, the one who keeps proposing to you, and you adopt Rambo?
What?
Alternatively, why don't I mind my own business?
Good thinking.
After all, things could be worse.
For whom?
For Rambo, if Percy did turn out to be his father. Harriet, she's here. Rambo's mother and father.
What?
He didn't even know he was a father, and now he wants to make it legal.
Well, that's that then.
Bye-bye.
Hasta la vista!
Good luck.
Well, I'm sorry about that, Major. I think you'd have made a very good father.
Do you really think so?
No, not really.
Well, there's only one way to find out, isn't there?
Oh?
Yes, when's the next fiesta?
No, Major.
No?
No.